Good evening, Catamounts. My name is Sydney Martin.
And my name is Rufaro Rutizirira. This is your campus news presented by WeTV, Catamount Entertainment.
Developing story tonight. Senior reporter Liam Bridgman is live at Savannah Fire Department. He has the latest updates on the forest fires in Jackson County. Liam, what's it looking like out there?
Go. Thank you, Sydney. That's right. We are live at the Savannah Volunteer Fire Department. The reason we're here, this fire department has worked with the North Carolina Forest Service to fight a fire just a few miles away from us right here. And right here, we are 15 minutes away from campus. So it hits close to home, but this fire is contained and there's nothing to worry about as far as Western Carolina University is concerned. But there is breaking news here that we've got just yesterday that the governor of North Carolina, Roy Cooper, has issued a state of emergency for North Carolina in response to these forest fires, and not just these forest fires, but also the drought that has been affecting these forest fires. With that state of emergency, there's also a burn ban. With that burn ban, there's no open flames. That means no grills, unfortunately, for tailgaters, and no bonfires, of course. So you've got to stay vigilant with that and make sure that you are doing everything lawfully with that burn ban in effect. On top of that, as we've said, there are 3 active fires in the area, one near Asheville in Henderson County, and that fire has burned through more than 400 acres and is 30% contained at the moment, but firefighters are actively fighting that fire and trying to contain it. There's also a fire near Andrews, near Cherokee, and that fire has burned through nearly 4,000 acres, or more than 4,000 acres at the moment. That has been updated today. It has hit that 4,000 mark, and those acres have been burned through. And that fire is unfortunately 0% contained at the moment. As we've checked this morning, it has not been contained, but they are actively fighting that fire. And we have been told by the North Carolina Forest Service that they are fighting that fire currently. And we do have a fire very close to us. If you guys can pull up that footage, you can see the smoke in the area. This was footage that I took on Monday, just as the sun was going down. You could clearly see the smoke in the area. I was just on campus. The last photo that you can see with that footage was taken by our camera operator, Stuart Butler. He was at the Jackson County Airport on Sunday and saw that fire was very close to him, and it hits home. It hits close to home, but as I said, that fire is close to 80% contained. So very good news from that point of view, and maybe some potential good news as well. Hopefully these firefighters get some help from Mother Nature on Friday. I've heard there might be some rain in the forecast on Friday, but we'll see later on in the show. But for now, reporting at the Savannah Volunteer Fire Department, I'm Liam Bridgman.
Thank you, Liam, for the updates. The Department of Stage and Screen presents Ride the Cyclone. The show dates are November 16th through the 18th at 7:30 p.m. and a 3 p.m. matinee on November 19th. All performances will take place in the University Auditorium. Tickets are $10 for students, and they can be purchased at the WCU Bardo Arts Center box office.
The Department of Intercultural Affairs and Degree Plus presents the annual Tunnel of Oppression. It is an interactive and immersive presentation to raise awareness and will explore various forms of oppression. Mark your calendars for Tuesday, November 14th. Tours start every 15 minutes with the sessions available from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Join them in the Blue Ridge Conference Room. They highly recommend making reservations.
Come show your support for the Women's Club lacrosse team. They face off against Warren Wilson College. The match will be held on November 18th at 1 p.m. They will be playing on Intramural Field 2. Let's go, Cats!
Our very own Kyle Torrain is live in the student section at the women's basketball game in the Ramsey Center. Kyle, how's the game?
It's looking pretty good. We're not exactly in the student section, but we're right in front of the athletic hall and everything about it. I have Matthew right here. We'll ask him a few questions. So, Matthew, quick question. Do you know where Radford is?
I have no idea where Radford is. Not a clue. Maybe I think that knows. Could be over there with trash can over there.
Little recycling bin, you know. Let's hope we don't lose with that trash talk. But yeah, let's keep going here. Let's see. Let's predict the game real quick. What do you think the score is gonna be?
I'm gonna predict 92-60, Western.
Western by 90, huh? That's crazy. That's okay. That's pretty good. Let's keep going here, man. Like, how you feel about the Catamount statue this year?
I like the new one. The old one's pretty outdated. I think the new one's got a much more sleek look to it. So I'm rocking with it.
You're rocking with it. I've heard some like controversial takes. We still got the old one, man. So I think it's somewhere over here. All right, but that's all we need for you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna send it back to y'all at the desk.
Fun, Kyle. We'll check back in with him later in the show. Sydney, I wonder how the rest of the Catamount athletes are doing.
I think I know someone who can help us with that, Rufaro. Our sports anchor, Dom Sayani, has the latest WCU sports highlights.
Are hitting its twilight with the winter sports just beginning.
Sorry, we're having technical difficulties right now.
So, have you gone to watch any of the games?
I haven't recently, but I've heard that the Catamounts are doing some great things right now.
Yeah, I went to the women's basketball game and the men's basketball game, and it was fantastic.
Was it?
It
That's
was.
Good to hear. Did we win?
They're playing Alabama tomorrow.
So I hear that our soccer team is playing against Stanford soon.
Really? Okay. Where can I watch it? Can I live stream it anywhere?
Not sure about that.
Okay, because I was at the SoCon Champions or something like that. I don't remember, but I know we won. It was a fantastic
That's good.
game.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah.
Saturday. The last football game, I think.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah.
Will I be seeing you there?
I think so. I think I'm going to try to make time to stop by for sure.
All right.
What about you? You're planning to go to the game?
Yes, I will be there.
All right, that's amazing.
Supporting the Catamounts.
Yes,
Go Cats.
everybody should go out and support the Cats. Okay. Let's get a closer look into WCU athletics. Students in the film and television program have developed a docuseries on Catamount football. Senior reporter Liam Bridgman takes us behind the scenes of the production.
Behind the scenes of a sports team can develop a new appreciation for fans and critics alike. But what does it take to get a peek behind the curtain? We the Cats is a student-led docu-series following the Catamount football team through their successful 2023 season. The 10-student production crew for the series is led by director and co-producer of the project, Aidan McGinnis. McGinnis, a student in the film and television production program, is also the creator of We the Cats. In 2021, McGinnis began working as a videographer for the football team. He says the changes that happened within the team and the team's culture inspired his drive to create the docuseries.
I could tell that there was just something different about this team, and I could tell the culture was changing, and in my head I was like, wow, this would be a really cool thing to document.
McGinnis knew the potential of a project like this, but he needed a title.
I don't know, you always gotta think about the title. The title always has to be the first thing you think of. So there was one night I was just like laying in my dorm and I was like, man, what would the title of this be? I was like, I have to put we in there. What would I do?
While at a game, something caught McGinnis's eye. The retro The Cats logo on the side of a player's helmet sparked something. From there, We the Cats was born.
5-1. It's a close one. I told y'all.
In the beginning stages of creating the project, McGinnis thought it would be a small production.
Honestly, I was not anticipating it to be such a big project. I thought it was going to be a couple episodes of following the football team.
As word spread throughout the athletic department, We the Cats became a full production. One of the reasons the production crew continues to produce episodes is because the popularity of the series. The first episode amassed nearly 4,000 views on YouTube. The viewership and appreciation McGinnis and his crew continue to receive from the Catamount community has helped him look toward his future career.
It gives me confidence in finding a job after school, because this is something that I have really wanted to do, and it's something that I want to go into in the future.
Throughout the series, fans have witnessed incredible moments, including the missed field goal to win the game against Eastern Kentucky. Fans have also been given a backstage pass to see the lives of players off the field, including defensive tackle and graduate student Marlon Alexander, along with his mother Rolanda and his father Marvin. Through all the all-nighters McGinnis and his crew have worked through to get these episodes out, he still takes time to appreciate the journey.
This is something that I will take with me forever.
Reporting for WeTV, I'm Liam Bridgman.
All right, we've resolved those technical issues, so we're going to throw it back to Dom again for sports.
Hello, Catamount. I'm Dominic Siani. We are near the end of fall, with winter just around the corner. Fall sports are hitting the twilight of the season, while winter sports are just tipping off. A lot to go over, so let's get right into it. Let's kick things off with some soccer, and congratulations to our women's soccer team, who this past Sunday beat Sanford 1-0 to win the Southern Conference, making this their first conference championship in 15 years, making this win all the more sweeter. Tomorrow, the team is in Tuscaloosa to take on number 6 Alabama in the first round of the 2023 Divisional I Women's Soccer Championship. Heading over to the gridiron, WCU this past weekend went on the road to play the win-hungry Wofford Terriers. The Cats are coming into this matchup 5-3, one on the year, trying to rebound after falling 2 straight at home to Mercer and Furman. The team is trying to clinch a spot in the 2023 FCS playoffs with a conference record of 3-2. Though the Catamounts got the win in the end, the team struggled badly during the game. The Cats didn't have the lead until the end of the first half. The team combined 11 penalties, killing off some key drives for WCU. But the defense held strong, stopping Wofford when it mattered the most, giving the Cats a 28-25 win over the Terriers, improving to 6-3 on the season and 4-2 in the conference. They head back to Cullowhee this weekend for the home season finale against Eastern Tennessee State, kicking off at 1 p.m. This past weekend was the start of men and women's basketball here in Cullowhee. The women's team heads on the road to play UAB at 7 p.m. The men's team is also on the road Saturday playing the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame at 2 p.m. Well, that's going to do it for this week's WCU Sports Recap. Once again, I'm Dominic Siani. Thank you once again for tuning in, and back to you guys at the desk.
Sydney, I'm curious to see what Kyle is up to at the basketball game. Kyle, how's the game going?
So the game's going good. Right now we're trailing 8-5, but we scored 5 straight. So we're looking good. Hopefully we can come down with this W, because I'm not trying to lose to a team I don't know where they're at. It's kind of sucky. But I'm back with another student here. I'm here with Sean. So Sean, we already asked one person where Radford is at. Do you have any idea where Radford's at?
I have no clue. I thought at the beginning of this game their name was Bradford. Found out a little bit in that their name was Radford. So probably not a really well-known area. If I were to guess.
Yeah, it's definitely not well-known because I come from there. Right next to it, actually, still North Carolina, because they're in Virginia. For some reason they come down here to play us. I guess we need an easy one real quick. Yeah, man. But what's your score prediction?
Okay. So slow start to the first quarter. I'd say probably game ends, Catamounts win 65-53.
That's a pretty good one. We win 65-53. I don't know if I get my prediction already. I think I'm going to go, because it's a college basketball game, I'm going to go 55-51. and we're gonna go on a 10-0 run at the end. You feel me? Yeah. Another question here. How you feel about the Catamount statue, the new one?
Oh, I think it's sick. The last one was pretty cool, but it wasn't as tough. New one's intimidating. It's what we needed. Big fan of it.
I feel you about that. I like that one. See, when I do my senior pictures, that's the one I'm going to go to. So yeah. Before that, it's a little hard of a question because we don't know the whole schedule, but we have 34 games this year. If I can remember off the top of my head, how many games do you think we're gonna win?
We got 34 games.
Yeah.
Probably 35.
Right. So we're making the tournament ticket all the way. Makes sense. All right. Before, since I'm not cute yet, I want to go check the game. It sounds like we're doing pretty good here. So who do you think is going to win the SoCon? Because we're going to win, obviously, my bad. Who do you think we're going to come second? We got Furman and Chattanooga. Who do you think coming like second behind us?
Yeah, if I were to guess, I'd probably say either Chattanooga or Mercer would be my guess. Actually, no, probably Chattanooga or Furman. Furman's got a pretty good basketball school. I mean, they're not going to beat us, but they do have a pretty good basketball school.
That's fair. Well, I said the same thing about football, so I was wrong before. So hopefully they're going to win this one. Well, that's it for me here at the basketball game. Hopefully we can finish this and win it, please. I'm not trying to go to bed tonight losing to a team I have no idea. But yeah, throwing it back to y'all at the desk. That's it for me here.
Thank you, Kyle. Be sure to show your support to our Catamount athletes.
We'll be back after this short break. Stay with us.
When I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Do you have prediabetes? North Carolina residents with prediabetes can enroll in a free or low-cost national diabetes prevention program. Trained coaches are standing by. Get started now at joinaprogram.org.
Roll over. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Welcome back. We have a special guest with us in the studio with our very own Hope Shellman. Hope, introduce our guest.
Hey, Catamounts. It's me, Hope, with the segment Not Just a Student, where we interview a student and learn about their extracurricular activities. Excuse me. This is my friend Ripley. Ripley, would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, right now she's kind of faded out, but that's okay. Everybody, meet Sour. She is one of the 5 puppets on the upcoming film and television production of Sunshine and Rainbows, which will be coming out in May.
So Ripley, you are an expert in puppet construction and film costume construction. Can you tell our audience how you got into that?
Sure. So in terms of costuming, I fell into it, I'd say. Mm-hmm. I'm not one for fashion. I'm not good at fashion.
You are good at fashion.
All right.
Come on. Let's give it to you.
Listen, okay. I fell into it because there was a necessity in the film and television program to do it. and I'm more than happy to do it. And it just became fun. I love designing little rat costumes sometimes. Plug in for Ride the Cyclone.
Coming up.
And in terms of puppets, I love monsters. One of the best ways of making monsters, make a puppet.
Make a puppet. All right, so what is one of the greatest challenges you have in regarding to construction of your puppets, of your costumes, all that jazz?
So there's a fun little thing called drafting. Drafting is definitely not very fun, in my opinion, but it's a great skill to have. For instance, I hand drafted Sour, this apple. She's a sphere, so I had to do math. There's a reason why I'm a fine arts major, and it's not because of math. Math is something I avoid, so that was a struggle, but that's probably my biggest concern. But it's always trial and error.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep going. So, do you have any tips on how someone can get into like puppet construction and costume construction?
Yeah. Right. So, in my opinion, do it.
Just go for it.
Just go for it, because you're going to fail, you're going to suck, you are going to probably hate what you do for a little bit, but that's the best way to learn, is to just keep trying and keep failing. I've definitely tried a lot. Like this is version 8 of Sour, and she was completed in 2 weeks. So
Which is
definitely
a crazy timeline. Kudos to you. Kudos to you.
Thank you. But yeah, it's definitely just a trial and error, and don't be afraid to fall, because you're gonna regret it if you never try in the first place. You know.
Yeah, words of wisdom here.
Thank you.
So, what is one of the greatest accomplishments you have when it comes to construction? What's one of those like, whoa, I did that? I can think of a few, but I mean, if you want to share with the audience.
Okay, I'll try. Admittedly, I'm not very good at sharing this part of myself, which I need to work on, and that's okay. I think one of my, in terms of greatest, I guess, accomplishments is just seeing the finished remnants kind of come together. Yeah. And especially like for her, and of course there's more puppets, but you're gonna have to wait for the trailer.
Oh yeah, leading us in. So where can our audience find you? What's your greatest project coming up right now?
Okay, so there's a thing called Sunshine and Rainbows, which I keep talking about. It is yes, if you look on the Instagram called Sunshine and Rainbows, on Instagram, Facebook, Kickstarter, whatever you want, please follow them.
Puppets.
Also follow WCU Stage and Screen to come up with updates on all of ours.
Yeah, well, that's great. Thank you so much for being here.
Cool.
Throw it back to that news desk.
Thank you, Hope and Ripley. It was a pleasure having you in the studio tonight. Feeling outdoorsy? Get ready for Base Camp Cullowhee's Full Moon Night Hike on November 27th. The groups will meet at the Campus Rec Center at 5 p.m. and the hike will go until 10 p.m. There is a $15 fee for students. Register at myrec.wcu.edu by November 22nd. Base Camp's goal is to help empower students to discover the natural world around campus while providing strategies for being present and living in the moment. With the frost moon approaching, this is the perfect opportunity to take advantage of our school's trail system.
Here is another way to unwind and find your zen. Join Global Black Studies and the Hunter Library for a fun and energizing beginner's yoga session, accompanied by hip-hop music. It will be located in the Breeze Gym main studio on Wednesday, November 15 at 5 p.m. Remember to bring your yoga mat, blanket, or towel. Space is limited, so don't forget to register today.
Now let's see what the rest of the week's weather will look like through the haze. Dan Reed has this week's weather forecast.
Howdy, Catamounts. I hope you guys enjoyed your wonderful Thursday. It was pretty sunny today, so I hope you guys had the time to get out and enjoy that. Tomorrow, on Friday, we're getting some of that rain that we were hoping for after a really dry couple of weeks. And we've got a high of, let me come back here, a low of 43 degrees and a high of 59. Next, on Saturday, we've got pretty cloudy weather, but that should, keep you cool while you're watching the game. There is a 22% chance of showers, which will come in handy after we need to wash the Pirates off of our shoes. And then on Sunday, sorry about that,
we will continue that trend of nice rain that we've needed with a low of 39 and a high of 55. Then, come Monday, we're back to our partly cloudy weather. Hopefully we'll be seeing some sun, but we're going to get to cool down with a low of 33 and a high of 59. Then on Tuesday, I'm just going to be over here. On Tuesday, we've got a high of 62 and a low of 38. Again, keeping that cloudy trend, but it will be a little more cloudy than Monday and Wednesday. Again, keeping with clouds, we're going to have a high of 63 and a low of 40 degrees with some pretty good weather. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful week and enjoy Veterans Day on Saturday. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, well, I'm definitely looking forward to some of that cooler weather coming up.
I am not. I enjoyed this week. I love the heat, as I've always been saying, so I'm not looking forward to next week.
Well, we'll agree to disagree then. That will do it for us. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Campus News, live, presented by WeTV Catamount Entertainment. I'm Sydney Martin.
And I am Rufaro Rutizirira. Please be safe out there, Catamounts.